Hi, welcome back. Episode 6, That's Not Real podcast. Embrace the Chaos, RTHO, by the way, because someone else had that name. That's why we got those 4 little letters.
RTHO.
Yeah, if you go to Embrace the Chaos, it's Embrace the Chaos, then RTHO.
Oh.
Because someone else had Embrace the Chaos before us.
Well, forget them. They're not as cool as we are.
They're not. The first time I searched it, that's what it came up. So, by the way, we're going to change things up. He doesn't know we're changing things up yet. But under the comments, you can talk about this week's podcast as well as what you would like to see. So as we discuss today's topic, you can then leave comments in there about today's topic, about what you think would be the answer to the question that we're going to ask each other.
Yeah, because I think choosing the comments, you're probably right. We don't have enough subscribers yet, and it ends up just being family playing. Talk about this, and we don't have many options to choose from.
No, my wife is putting comments every week. I'm just saying, someone's doing it.
We have a couple people putting comments.
Yeah, no. Christine complained about our thing.
Yeah,
she
didn't like that. Dun, 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 dun.
That wasn't going the way she wanted to go. So this week's topic is, if you could get rid of one thing in the world, what would it be? So I see this online a lot of times before I wanted to do this. And sometimes you can tell the character of people and how small-minded they are by answers you get. Because they'll be like, I want to get rid of, and they'll name a person. So like you can get rid of everything in the entire world, and they'll be like, name a politician. I'm like, there's like 500 more that are going to show up. Like, you get rid of him. Like, even if Stalin existed today, I would be like, yeah, I'm not getting rid of Stalin. I would say, if you want to do something, like, get rid of evil people. You don't just say one person. Like, I have a great wish.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask you, because very, very similar to the other piece that we asked with the superpowers, exactly how far are you going to allow me to take this? Because my first thing is, like, evil completely.
I mean, realistically, one thing that you can define and get rid of. So evil would be a little hard to define, right? Because what you consider evil, I consider might be different. There's variations, so it has to be something that could be defined. So you can say, I get rid of evil, then you're going to have to give the definition of what your evil is.
Yeah, and I feel like he set me up a little bit on this because he waited till, basically I was driving here to tell me. Actually, he sent it a couple hours ago, but to get the new topic. But I do like this topic. I think we can go somewhere with this. So, go ahead. You go first so I can pick it apart.
Okay, so the topic we were going to do, I felt like it was just going to be complaining, and I felt like back-to-back weeks.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
The topic...
I'm actually awake this week, so this is positive.
That's good, and there's no dogs to eat anyone this week. So...
Yeah, no Pac-Man behind me.
It's over there.
Yeah, there's a bike, so he's getting ready to take off. I don't know.
It's always there. I'm too lazy to hang it back up. So, my answer to this question, when I see this all the time, is there's some good answers out there. There's like disease, evil, death. I don't think you get rid of death because in the world is so populated.
Well, and not even just that. Like, I don't want to be 200 years old, not being able to move for the last 100 years because I'm brain dead.
Right. So this is something I've gotten a lot. Like I said, I see this online. It drives me crazy. People give basic answers.
Yeah.
So my answer that I think solves everything.
Oh, here we go.
Is you get rid of lying. So, when you get rid of lying, there's a lot of stuff that happens. The political part of the world takes care of itself, right? Because people aren't getting elected because they can't lie to you about what they're going to say, what they're going to do. Fundraising, all the stuff for diseases, all that money gets put to where it's going because people can't lie. Crime takes a huge hit because if you're asked if you killed someone, you have to tell the truth. So, if someone says, hey, did you cheat on me today? You have to answer. So, a lot of stuff that goes through this world is stopped just by lying. Like fraud, people taking advantage of stuff. You can't trick people. You can't pretend to be homeless.
Now,
getting money. Like, it takes care of, I think, so much of the problems in the world.
Now, while I agree that's not a bad thing to get people as honest as possible, I remember watching a TV show. Me and Luke, we watch TV shows every week. We were watching this one TV show, and they had this series where basically everything you saw got recorded, right? So... and people could see these recordings. So there basically was no lying. That's the correlation because everything you said could be proven. Everything you did could be proven. So you couldn't lie to anyone. And it created all these crazy complications down the road. So in theory, it's great. But there's just situations, and you hate to say there's situations to lie, but there's situations where everything is not equal, and people have their feelings, say...
Well, people get used to it. They want to be asking questions. You want to be asking questions about Do I look fat in these jeans? Because you know the truth.
No, but I think what would happen is you'd have this society that was even more divided of people who just thought they were better than other people and found a way, and there wouldn't be. You just have a little more separated. I think the egos would be out of control.
I don't think there'd be as many egos because the people would be telling the truth about the egos. People like, that person's egotistical. I know.
There might be more murders too.
No, because everyone's gonna get caught.
Yeah, they go, you know what? No, you go to work and so on. No, I really can't stand you. You suck. And they just keep fueling.
But that person that sucks probably won't get hired because they won't lie on their resume.
Yeah, but some people just suck. But you don't even know it. They did good in school and they did good in the resume and they get there.
They do in school because they cheat and they lie.
Not necessarily. I mean, some people are
There's
just.
a good possibility of it. But I'm not going to go kill someone if I can't hide it.
Oh, I mean, I'm more thinking emotionally they're going to snap because someone said something crazy.
No,
think about it. Has anyone ever said anything that made
you don't have
you
to
know it wasn't the best decision to snap back at them, but you did it anyway.
No, you don't have to go up to tell people say you suck. You just don't say anything. Now, if they ask, do I suck? Well, don't ask that question. Like, if you know someone has to give you the realistic answer.
But don't you think, isn't that the way society would just turn? Instead of people lying, they just wouldn't talk to each other about things? Or like...
No, they want to talk to things about stuff like that. You wouldn't invite someone over to your house you don't really like.
And then you run into a nuance of, is it always a lie? Because sometimes that's the way you feel in the moment, but it's not really necessarily the long-term truth.
No, legitimate line. I know, I went and robbed the bank today. And then I get home, and my roommate says, was that you that robbed the bank today? And I have to answer that truthfully. I'm not going to rob that bank beforehand because I can't hide that from people.
Now, I don't think it solves all problems, but I do think that's a big one. That's a good one.
So, like I said, the politicians, the people, the leaders of the world would be better because it would be legitimate people who are there to do better, to help the world. Like I said, the fundraising people, all that money that goes, the billions of dollars that goes into all those charities.
In politics, people would just stop answering questions. I mean...
No, because you could ask them, do you really care about us?
Like, they would just find ways to not answer the question.
They wouldn't be able to.
Or they'd redirect it like they do. That is a great question. And let me tell you, once upon a time, I had a rat named Pedro. Shout out to Alex. I had a rat named Pedro that I liked. And they just completely don't talk about the question.
Right, because they can get around it. But eventually, if you say, during the debates, you have to answer these questions. If I ask you a yes or no question, you have to answer it. In order to be elected, you have to answer that question.
You have to answer yes, no. I mean, that's not bad. But so many things fall into middle areas where yes, no is not the...
No, are you an asshole?
But
are you here? Are you gonna, when you say you're gonna put this plan in, that we want this law passed, and you're telling us you're gonna pass this law, do you really intend to get that law passed? Who is paying? Where did that mansion come from? Who just bought you that mansion?
No, as I said, there would be a ton of advantages to yours. I just don't think it would solve everything.
I think it would solve 90+% of all the problems.
I mean, it wouldn't be a horrible one. So it's definitely an A. Like, I'll give you an A grade on that.
Like, people that, are in bad apartments could ask the landlord to fix something. And when he says, oh, we don't have those parts to fix it, he can't say that.
Yeah, but instead he's just not going to answer his phone to begin with. So he's not going to say anything. Or he's going to say, hey, we plan on fixing it. That might be true. No.
Does he plan on fixing it? But no.
No, he does. His intention, we plan on fixing it, so the person's thinking, oh, that's now, or we're going to get it in the next couple weeks. And he's saying it knowing damn well he means we plan on fixing it 6 months from now.
Right, but if you know people can't lie, then you say when. There's follow-up questions.
As soon as I can. And that might be the truth. He has a lot going on.
I don't think it is going to be as soon as I can.
I just think the situations would
If
evolve.
you say as soon as I can, you have to believe that's as soon as I can.
Yeah, I just think the situations are going to evolve and people would get around the truth in a different way.
You guys let me know in the comments without lying if you think my answer would be...
No, I think that's probably going to be better than the ones I come up with. I mean, the first one I come up with, you're going to completely say it's just not big enough. Like,
so this isn't your final answer.
This is not my final answer, but the first thing that came to my mind when you said that, let's be perfectly honest, I said, spiders did not exist in the world. Hey, think about how much fear you get rid of. More people would be attuned to go into nature and live.
How many insects would be?
There's other ways to get rid of
Hey,
insects.
you have to have a giant bat population.
I don't think like black widows really solve that much of our insect problem.
Why can't you just get rid of spiders messing with people?
Because somehow I'm gonna run into them somewhere, and it's gonna be my fault. And they're gonna go, no, they were messing with us.
It's possible. I get them in the garage. I get bees nests constantly. There's like 8 million acres of woods.
Yeah,
Not that much outside my property line. Go build your nest out
And if you want to say get rid of all insects, sure. Even though there's some that I like, I'm willing to make that sacrifice.
If without pollinators, we die.
Well, bees aren't I don't mean.
What are bees?
True.
Are bees insects? I don't know. I think so.
But there's got to be a difference between
This is why we need a.
There's got to be a difference between us. There's a difference between. How about all crawling insects? No, because mosquitoes should go too.
And worms help, I think.
So I don't mind.
Farmer can tell
I don't
you that.
mind worms. That's why I started with just spiders because it's slippery slope. But I know some people like mosquitoes. It's good that they're.
No one likes mosquitoes.
No, but spiders get rid of mosquitoes,
Oh,
so
right.
I get the value of some of that.
Yeah, bees are winged insects. So there you go. You just killed their food supply. Good job.
Hey, so again, I didn't say my final one was going to be smart.
Vegans are gonna be pissed. 'Cause the only thing left is meat, and that's not gonna last very long. 'Cause they're not gonna be able to eat any. Well,
No, come on,
they eat
we-
grass.
Can't we just create artificial bees and solve this problem?
We can have artificial food,
So there we go.
but we need people not to lie.
I'm
whether
just
it's
saying,
frozen or not.
it'd be nice to go like, hey, you know, we're gonna go camping, and I don't have to worry about running into, or you know what, I want to go visit Australia and take one last thing that I don't have to worry about. I don't want to see another video that I saw where the spiders crawling on this little girl's body are bigger than my hand, and it's creeping me out just watching the video.
Yeah, I also don't want a million mosquitoes eating me every night.
I don't want that either, but you know, sacrifices have to be made.
Yeah, see, that is one.
There's
of the-
other ways
I
to
think
kill
that's one of the
mosquitoes.
Small-minded answers.
There's
I'm
other
talking
ways to
about.
kill mosquitoes.
That's one
Okay,
of
so I'm willing to admit that's probably my realistic answer, and I might have to define it more, is you get rid of evil. So evil to me, or for the most
So
part,
you foreshadowed your answer before.
no, I just knew we weren't going to accept spiders. Like I knew you could finally find a lot of holes, and it's probably a C answer at best. Probably an F.
I think that's pretty, maybe F plus because there'd be some people that would be.
But the difference is, I know that's not like a all-solving answer.
Yeah, you're not back.
I'm not sitting there. You know what? Get rid of all the spiders near my area. I'm saying I want them all gone. So I would say
Get rid of
evil.
that spider in my corner.
Now, for the most part, evil is going to encompass. And I know you're not a religious guy by any means, but for me, evil encompasses most of what's out there in like sins. For the most part, and I'm not talking about. Again, lying may constipate for people that lie for bad intentions.
Thou shalt not lie. That's one of the 10 that actually make realistic. That's not about.
But that's what I say. So mine kind of encompasses yours and all these other things. Like, thou shalt not kill. So even if you're silent and you don't talk to nobody, you can't go into an area and go shoot it up.
Okay, but can you kill a cow?
What?
Thou shalt not kill. You're killing a cow.
Well, but you're not doing it for evil. Again, I
It
didn't.
doesn't say thou shalt not kill. For
That's
evil.
why I said that is my baseline, but it has to be kind of evil
What if-
intentions.
what if I'm
I'm
killing-
trying to define evil intentions,
if I'm
but it
killing-
is. It's
what
what
if
I
I'm-
believe is
What if
evil.
I'm killing someone to stop them from harming someone else? Is that evil? It's evil because I'm doing a very bad thing.
It's all about the actual intention and the moral obligation behind it. So, just because you think it's good doesn't make it good.
That's a hard slope there.
I didn't
Like,
say-
I can think it's great that I'm going around. I'm not killing a bunch of people.
I didn't say getting rid of something. I mean, if we have the power to completely eliminate things, I think we have the power to dive in and kind of clarify as we go. I don't think it's as quickly as. There you go.
I don't want. Yeah, that's what Thanos did. I don't want sub 4 paragraph C section A about someone complaining that their life got taken because they didn't read the small print.
I just want people,
page 5.
and it's not like I'm saying, hey, if you think evil, you get erased from existence. I want it to go, hey, you have an evil thought, it just kind of stops you and you reset. You know it's evil. It's kind of like, You get shocked, right? I'm gonna do something. No, you're not.
So if I'm running a charity like the Cancer Society and I'm taking millions of dollars for myself because I think that's the better thing to do because I know what to do with this money better than everyone else, is that evil?
Well, if morally we've kind of agreed in subchapter 4 these things are, then you're gonna go.
That's
You know what?
though.
I feel like that's the right thing to do. You're gonna go. You know what? Oh, I'm sorry. It's not the right thing to do.
Well, how do you manage that?
What do you mean? I'm an all-knowing genie, apparently, that can solve all the world's problems.
I'm just saying, like, evil changes over time. Like, stuff that's evil wasn't considered evil at one point.
But I think it changes over time based on people allowing evil to get better. Like, people allow things nowadays that they would have looked at years ago and gone, really? That's like a thing? Like, they're trying to...
Right,
the whole pedophile thing. The people who think, like, they started that little acronym for pedophiles and stuff like that, and they're like, well, you have to leave them alone. No, it's fucking evil. Like, shock them, and then shock them again just for thinking it.
Right, but what I'm saying is...
Don't let them hide it because they didn't tell anyone.
Something that we think is fine today is really evil. But it's not considered evil by any stretch. So you go back to human sacrifice. They didn't think that was evil. That is, according to today's
that's why we set the moral compass as we get rid of this.
Who's setting the moral compass, though?
Whoever's granting the wish.
See, I don't know. I don't
We have baselines. We just need to find nuances in it.
What if the other person thinks dogs are evil?
What?
See? I can't.
Well, that when it go, that there would be no subsection 3. Dogs can't exist.
No,
but there would be a don't
kill
kill the dog. Don't beat a dog intentionally because you're trying to hurt
You're
them.
going by a moral compass of random people, of specific people. That's going to change.
No, I'm going by
even just upon what culture. Even today, what
no,
cultures.
I'm going by what no one refuses to use anymore, and you'll appreciate this thought. We are going to use the common sense fucking approach to evil.
No,
What is common sense? We might miss a few things. You might not get it perfect, but we're going to get.
You have one.
No.
You got one wish.
Yeah,
basically.
we're going to get rid of the common sense evil, the things that are just evil by common. We might not.
Common sense to who?
So Hitler, everyone agrees Hitler's evil. We're getting rid of
Not
shit
at the
like
time,
that.
No, but not at the time.
Oh, he was evil. The whole world knew.
30% of Germany elected him.
Okay, we elected Biden, supposedly. It doesn't mean, and I'm not saying he's evil, but it doesn't mean people actually believe he's a good president. Like, people do shit that they know is not right.
You don't vote for someone that you think is evil.
That's like saying to people in Russia right now, everyone thinks Putin's doing a great job. I bet you if you polled all those motherfuckers, they'd be like, no, I kind of wish he wasn't doing this shit.
Yeah, but there's some of them that do.
And if he wasn't allowed to do, like, oh, wow, he fired that crazy-ass rocket over there, and, oh, people design chemical weapons and nuclear weapons. Like, we know firing that stuff is evil and just not the right thing to do.
Creating that is kind of evil, but you can send it off as it's good. It depends on whose moral compass.
I don't care if you put a fucking bow tie on the thing. It's still evil.
No, I'm talking about just creating it in itself is evil, but some people wouldn't consider that evil.
I don't care about some people. I care about the majority of common sense thinking.
Because that changes through time. For a good part of the world...
Well, lying changes through time.
For a good part of the world, people thought slavery was good.
I mean, by that...
The moral compass was slavery. In China, the moral compass is if you have like 4 daughters, they get killed.
No, it was an accepted practice. It was still
wrong. It was
wrong.
morally acceptable, but it was wrong. But the people at the time got it completely
And there was a
wrong.
war against it, and there's always like... Again, I bet if you ask people...
No, going back, way back, like...
It doesn't make it right.
No, it's wrong. It's evil. Like, there's no doubt about it.
And
but
you know what?
People of the time,
as things
the
evolve...
biggest moral supporters of that time did not ever think that.
And as things evolve, it falls into that evil baseline. They go, you know what? Now it's common sense evil. Guess what? Now it's not allowed.
Well, at least with your one. So when we get rid of your evil, will I stop getting ads on Facebook when I look up something and I spell it wrong? Like I'm looking up how to spell a word and I start getting Facebook ads for that?
I mean, because you can pick anything. By that standard, is omitting the truth the same as lying?
No, because I can follow up a question. I'm going to ask you yes or no question. If I'm asking my wife, did you eat today? And she says, well, you know, I really wasn't hungry. I said, no, I'm just going to keep on asking the question.
No, but if she answers, yeah, I ate today, thanks for asking, you don't think to ask a follow-up question, but in reality, she had one pretzel, and you were hoping, and you were in your mind thinking that she had a whole meal, it was omitting that part of it, lying.
I was thinking the other way, that she ate something really good. that I didn't get.
Well, you know, I'm trying to be
Cook it
nice.
over. Cook it over.
But you know what I mean? Like, if you're asking from the opposite perspective, and someone's giving you an answer knowing that they think you're going to take it as the truth.
I can then ask, are you trying to deceive me?
So if people learn how to kind of deceive you and stuff like that, are you going to ask at the end of every conversation that you have, is everything that you told me the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I don't think criminals can get away with that when they pull you into a police car and say, hey, did you kill this person?
No, for crime, absolutely. For knowing if someone absolutely 100% did something, sure.
I think a lot of stuff.
That it would solve a lot, but I'm asking you, same thing with getting rid of evil. You're nitpicking and finding the loopholes in it, but I'm asking the same thing. Admitting the truth to a lot of people, in my opinion, if you omit the truth intentionally to get around to mislead someone, yeah, but it's lying. So my point is, you can find a way around the lying, just like you can find a way around the evil argument.
But lying is lying. You need a moral compass. You need someone to define.
Okay, so let's treat it like this. If you had to get rid of one tangible thing, one item that exists out there, not like an emotion, not like a process, not like lying or evil or something that's like something that is like a thing. Like I want to get rid of hammers. It can't be spiders. Like no animals.
Hammers? Why would you go to hammers?
Just to explain, you understand what a hammer.
To see if I had a hammer sitting around. That's what you saw.
You're like, oh, where'd they go? Has this already happened? Are we out of hammers?
That's a wasteful wish.
Well, I'm just saying, like, so you understand what a hammer is, so you understand my argument. If you have to get rid of a tangible thing, like me, it would be biological weapons.
Not nuclear weapons?
No, so
why not just weapons?
So, well, because some weapons are, and that's so. Is a screwdriver? Is it a tool or a weapon?
Depends on how you use it.
Exactly. So you can't get rid of all weapons.
Well, not only that.
So my fist. I don't want someone getting rid of my fist. Just because it's a weapon.
What weapons do keep things kind of in order?
So when I say biological weapons, I think get rid of anything that's gonna it's one thing for a nuclear weapon that pretty much kills everyone instantly, and as evil as it is and spreads radiation, yes, that would probably be my number 2 to get rid of. But the number 1 are these weird things that burns people's skin off and they slowly deteriorate and die. Like, fuck that. Let's get rid of that.
So weapons of mass destruction.
I feel like you're trying to use a term intentionally.
No, weapons of weapons of mass destruction, the problem is that used to be anything that could kill many people at one time.
Yeah.
And then because it got political, like anytime something gets political, it got turned into weapons of mass destruction only means nuclear weapons. And the other side is, no, it means anything.
Yeah, no,
only means that. No, that's not what it means.
If you mean the actual term, if you're the truth and not lying, and
no, the words itself.
I might have just muted us, I'm not sure. If you
weapons of mass destruction. Mass destruction. Like real definitions, not some woke definition. Someone that wants to make money off this. I was like, my weapon's not mass.
Yeah. No, I agree. Anything that's going to destroy, for what it actually stands for, that's going to destroy or torture a whole civilization, yeah, absolutely. Or a whole group of people, absolutely. There's no room for it. It makes no sense. Poor rabbits. They get caught up in these things.
Rabbits?
Yeah, like you shoot off a nuclear weapon, and all of a sudden the rabbits are like, what the fuck?
Oh, I think not like Bugs Bunny with the opera.
No, so that would be the tangible, obvious one. But what about the non-obvious?
Like touchable?
Yeah.
So not like disease.
No, just something that kind of like bothers you.
Well, it's gonna be weird because I am.
Everything we do is weird.
I think similarly down that line, gunpowder.
Gunpowder? Well, what about fireworks?
I mean,
I love fireworks. He's killing fire. All right. In the comments, talk about this, because we like fireworks here.
Sparklers aren't gunpowder.
Sparklers, but the good fireworks that you actually go and watch.
You can figure out, I'm just saying, like, if you get rid of gunpowder, then people go back to bow and arrows and
I do like some bow and arrows.
I think people walk around with swords would be pretty cool. And then whoever's training the best has the best advantage, not whoever has the money to buy the best weapon.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not against getting rid of gunpowder outside of fireworks. I just...
What then you're gonna turn fireworks into?
But you're still going to the same realm of weapons. How about going away from weapons?
Well, you didn't give me any time to think about this.
I know, yeah. Oh, as opposed to all the time I thought on the drive here.
You had at least 20 minutes.
That's fine. And we made our arguments. We understand weapons, evil, lying, like we all the same thing. So what we're telling you is we don't like the people who fuck with us. Is what we're telling you.
So up along this way, which I don't know how it would work out. But I would have to give consideration. I don't think it's my final answer. Technology that doesn't work right.
That's got to be up there. Like
the technology that works as planned as it is, like you type and it does what it's supposed to do. Great.
I know when I first started getting computers, that stupid Earthlink sound of the telephone dial-up thing, that would have been high on that list. Like, we got to at least just get rid of sound. If I can't get rid of the slow technology, we got to get rid of the sound. So that's not your final answer, though.
No, I don't. Well, because it'd be hard to define. Like, that doesn't work right. Is it because people aren't using it right? It's not being...
Yeah, I'm not that far because AI, not to change topics too much. AI scares me a little bit with where we're at. It feels way too much like Terminator. Like we're getting to the point where they're smarter than us, but there is a use for it. You see it in data all the time where people they're using kind of artificial intelligence to understand and quantify data, and which leads to good things. But they're getting a little carried away.
I changed my mind and I got it
already.
Well. I don't know. Is podcast part of social media influencers?
Yes! You can't get rid of us! Your thing can't get rid of us!
No, just the people.
Bye, guys. Like,
just the Instagram. Like, the Instagram models, the people who are out there, and they order food, and because the picture isn't going to come out as well, they want to send it back. I was watching a video last week of a girl, and her breakfast burger or whatever it is comes with an egg. But the way the restaurant does it, they put the egg on the side. I guess the egg's supposed to be on top. And because it was too sloppy, I don't know the proper term for eggs, so I'm not a chef.
Runny?
No, I don't know. It wasn't solid enough, so I guess runny, whatever it is. She couldn't put the egg on top of the hamburger to take a picture, so she insisted it had to go back. And her whole thing was, I'm not eating this. You have to send it back because the whole reason I got to was to take a picture of it. So, whatever that is.
I get your... So I think it's more the dumb people you want to get rid of than it is influencers. Because, I mean, if you're talking about influencers as a whole, I mean, let's be honest. There's a jealousy effect. We can't get 500 views over like 9 videos. And you have this idiot who just said something and they're like... And put some crazy music or Jasper the Doll or whatever. Yeah, if you're watching Jasper, it's stupid. Like, so all these stupid things that get like, you get millions of views on it, and I can't figure out. So there's a jealousy factor I'm going to admit in there that, like, I know we're not the brightest. I know we're not must-see TV over here, right? But at the same time, like, some of the stuff that's out there blows my mind. How it got so many views, how it got so crazy. And
it's just one person doing the right.
And you'll appreciate this. I actually asked, to tie everything together, I asked the Chat GPT, like, how do we get more views? It's like what's the cheat that I'm missing here?
Did it say it'd be funnier?
No, it said the usual thing. It's like like it listed some things you can pay for some things, but most of the answer as we went back and forth as I didn't appreciate its answers, like tell me like an idiot. It's make sure your page is set up and using hashtags correctly, and so we do have to use tags and things like that nature. But again, it just blows my mind how as a society, some of the videos that are out there are just really odd that get popularity.
It's that 15 minutes of fame, and now you can multi that into a career.
Yeah. So
except for us.
But that's,
we're working on it. If you guys like, comment, subscribe, we can help you do whatever you're trying to do.
We're trying to get 30 minutes of fame. Thank you very much. Our videos are 30 minutes long.
No, I'm trying to get Milkbone famous. Remember?
But you said 15 minutes of fame. I don't think that's enough. I think we need 30 minutes of fame.
All right, so something I could physically touch that would get rid of animal abusers.
So yeah, I'm not against that.
I mean, I'm trying to come up with something, but I think that'll solve all what I care about.
I mean, yeah. No, I mean...
Really just abusers. But
yeah, I mean...
Then you're starting to get into...
If you hit a female... If you hit a female, or if you hit an animal for no reason, yeah, no, like... What I'm saying is, if an animal is gnawing on your leg, hit them.
Yeah, no, like abuse. Like
Yeah,
real
yeah.
term, old definition, 2000 definition.
I just don't want people to confuse the female thing. Go, oh well, there's never a good
No.
reason to put your hands on a woman unless they're like a professional fighter and they're legitimately trying to fight you.
Bill Burr does a whole thing about that. He says, yeah, there is, we just don't.
Yeah,
He
like,
said,
there's
a whole, you have to watch the whole skit.
but there's, let's be honest, like guys that beat on women because they're bigger and they feel like there's nothing worse than that. They're pitiful excuses of people. And I've met a few in my life. You've met a few in your life. They're pitiful excuses of people. So I'd get rid of them. So I agree with you, abusers. So we hit our time. We actually used one topic. And for all those friends out there who could, like Chris, you'll appreciate this, and everyone else, we stayed on topic for the most part. Like this is as much as we'll ever stay on topic.
We adjusted the topic some, but we changed it. And if no one gives us comments or stuff, we will start taking us down sports way and see if we get people views from sports.
Yeah, because the LeBron-Jordan debate is coming. It's a matter of when it's coming, because that's going to be a big one, because we're both bringing some stuff to that fight.
Well, you can also do who's a better player versus who had a better career, because I think that changes.
Oh, and you also have eras.
Right.
Because there's going to be debate on different eras, because I am not an old-school era, but I'm not going to get into that.
Okay, now we are way off topic.
Yep. So now we're way off topic. So like, subscribe, like our new banner. Like it, subscribe, join the page, and share it with your friends.
Share it on your Facebook page. Let's see what happens.
Share it with those influencers she doesn't like too.